Yo, what it do, good people? Welcome back to Entertaining a Thought Without Accepting It. I am your host, Keith Daniel. The last time we were together, we were talking about how Katt Williams crashed the internet with his explosive interview on Club Shay Shay. Once again, salute to Katt Williams, salute to Club Shay Shay. Awesome job on both ends. Now, of course, after you come on the internet and make those allegations and claims that Katt Williams made, you have to understand that people gonna clap back. You feel what I'm saying? However, they ain't clapping too loud. I'm finding it that people are very cautious in what they're saying in response to Katt. Now, what we're gonna get into today is a couple of responses, right? I seen Cedric the Entertainer, he responded. Rickey Smiley responded. Ice Cube even came back trying to clear up things. You see what I'm saying? And Kevin Hart responded, but Kevin Hart did so in a very slick fashion. I gotta give him credit. Like he knows how to take advantage of a situation. You know what I mean? Now we gonna get into all that straight up. But before we do, man, please do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, man, and share it, bro. You know what I mean? We over here, we trying to grow. We're trying to entertain certain thoughts without accepting it. You know what I mean? We trying to shed light and spread love. It's 2024, and we all we got. You know what I mean? Hopefully people can start pulling the scales from their eyes and seeing the world for what it truly is. You see what I'm saying? Like, but we got to do it as a collective, all right? So now that we got all that out the way, let's get it. Now, first of all, I think, let me see here. Who we gonna talk about? It don't even matter we get it first. Let's listen to what said the entertainer got to say, because you know, with said, he really, people were saying that, as I go back and I look at other people's reactions to the videos, and I'm, scrolling on other social sites and looking at people's, you know, commentary, he was really, you could take it kind of personal, you see what I'm saying, if you don't have thick skin, because how he was coming across, especially when he said what he said, he'll bust Cedric the Entertainer's stomach. When he said that right there, you could tell there was some personal vendetta crap in there. But I think the issue is when you steal another comedian's joke, like that's like plagiarism. See, I'm a writer, so I understand plagiarism. Like, you don't want to write something and it's so profound and so epic, and then you go back and you scrolling down the books on Audible or the books on Kindle, and you see your same exact book just tweaked a little bit differently in the store. Like, they're gonna piss you off. You see what I'm saying? Point blank, period. Because you don't put your creative, authenticity into that. You see what I'm saying? You don't put all your mindset, all your talents into that to bring this to fruition, and somebody just gonna take it, change a word or two, and make it theirs. Like, that ain't right, y'all. You see what I'm saying? I don't think that's right. Me being a creator, I get pissed off too. You see what I'm saying? So I think I kind of feel where Katt coming from with that. However, did Cedric really steal his joke? That's the thing. Did Cedric really steal the joke? Because if I feel like I came up with something on my own, I don't care who try to, come at me with plagiarism. I got the receipts, I got the facts, I can show it to you. Like, no, this right here ain't nothing like this right here. You feel what I'm saying? This here ain't nothing like this right here. So what are you talking about? However, if I'm guilty of that, of plagiarism, I'm going to tiptoe around this subject lightly in my response, especially if I'm guilty. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if he's guilty or if he ain't. I just know what the claims are. And
And
now
now
we're
we're
going to
going to
hear
hear
this
this response
from
from
Mr.
Mr.
Entertainer
Entertainer
right
right
now.
now.
So
So
let's
let's
see
see
what
what
Cedric
Cedric
the
the
Entertainer
Entertainer
has
has
to
to
say.
say. What up, y'all? What's up? It's I'm gonna address this Katt Williams thing one time, man. I saw people on there really commenting about that. Look, I have no idea what this brother is talking about. That joke is over 30 years old, close to 30-something years old. I did the Kings of Comedy in 1999. Probably had been doing that joke 6, 7 years before that. I don't even know if Katt was doing comedy then. So, again, he a talented brother. I have no idea what he's talking about. I've never seen Katt do a space shuttle joke. So, there may be something that he believes is true. I've written a lot of jokes. I've had a lot of comedians steal my jokes as well. So I understand if you feel, slighted by that, but that's my joke. That's my joke, dog. Driving space shuttle to the moon, cigarette, cutie pie rocking in the background, parallel parking the space shuttle. It's my joke, dog. So that's where I believe it to be. So, all right.
Well, this week, Katt Williams went.
So we hear what Cedric said. Cedric said that's his joke. Now that's what Cedric the Entertainer just said. Cedric the Entertainer said that's his joke, y'all. Now, what do you think? Do you think it's his joke? Now, here's the thing. I remember the joke with Katt Williams. And Katt Williams was saying the music be so loud in the car that you can't hear when the car cut off. And he had a whole skit behind it. Now, the way they line the jokes up together, if you look at it, it can be similar. You feel what I'm saying? But the way they pitched the joke, I think that's the difference. And Sid standing on his square like that's his joke. I don't know. Me personally. I kind of feel like both of them got a point. Like, that's just like saying, all right, for example, that's just like saying Kobe and Jordan, right? Jordan really perfected and was the first one to bring us the fall back fadeaway, right? And then when Kobe came in the league, he took the fall back fadeaway and he did something different with it. But we all know where he got it from. It was from Jordan. You see what I'm saying? Now the way he do his and the way Jordan do his, it's similar, but it's different. You feel what I'm saying? So maybe Sid is saying it like that, because the way Sid pitched the joke in a way to where he was saying that the spaceship, black folks like to drive long cars, Cadillacs and the Oldsmobile 98s, the Delta 88s and things of that nature, and he's right. We do like driving long cars. My first car was a Pontiac Parisian. You see what I'm saying? Like, we like big cars. So he was pitching it like that, and like we'll drive a spaceship straight up to the moon with the cigarette hanging out the mouth and this, that, and the third. The way Katt pitched his was, we'll have the music turned up so loud in our car, riding through, and I think it was a drop top something or whatever he was saying, and that we don't know when the car cut off. So we thinking that the car off and the car still running, and now you got to you hop out the car and the car start rolling, and now you trying to run with the car and hop back in the car and stop the car before you hit something. You know what I'm saying? Now, honestly, in explaining that, it sounds like two totally different setups as far as jokes. Now, the similarity is both of them actually had music come on in the arena that they was in, and that's the similarity to me. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I'm not a comedian, so I don't know where the bounds are drawn at. I don't know what's out of bounds and what's not. You feel what I'm saying? I really don't. So I can't really say he stole it, and I can't say he didn't. But tell me what y'all think. Leave it in the comments, man. Tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think Sid actually stole the joke? You feel me? Because, I mean, there's nothing new up under the sun. You see what I'm saying? And when you're a creator, yeah, we can create things, but how far does creation go? I know it's infinite. I know it's unlimited. But if I come up with a superhero character, right? Does DC Comics and Marvel Comics get mad at me because I came up with a superhero when they were the first ones to come up with the actual title of a superhero? You see what I'm saying? It might not be Superman, but he might can fly. He might get his powers from the sun. His weakness might not be kryptonite. He might not have a red, blue, and yellow suit on, but they share similarities because it's only so many different prototypes that you have that we build off of as creators. And I think that's what I'm saying right there. So, you know, is it worth a beef and arguing or whatnot? You see what I'm saying? Is it really that serious? Could be. All depends on the person. Different strokes for different folks. Straight up. Like, Cedric said he don't know what he talking about. Now I don't agree with that part. You know exactly what he talking about, said. You see what I'm saying? We all know what he talking about. Matter of fact, while we looking at this, because there's clips out there that show both of the videos or both of the jokes back to back. And then I'll let y'all decide for yourself. You feel what I'm saying? But before we do that right there, since we got said out the way, let's see who else we got in the pot. We got Cube. But before we get to Cube, we're going to get to Rickey Smiley's his response. Now, again, as you can see, Said wasn't being disrespectful in his response. You see what I'm saying? Said understand, like, joke stealing is real in comedy. And if your joke is stolen, you have the right to feel some type of way. Said just taking the role and saying that, hey, man, I didn't steal your joke. See what I'm saying? But he's still treading lightly. Cautious with them words or whatnot. Because one thing they don't want to do is piss off Katt Williams. Especially after that 2 hour and 45 minutes worth of flame. They don't want to piss this man off. You feel what I'm saying? So let's see what Rickey Smiley got to say in his response. Now, I did listen to it before I put it up here on the screen or whatnot. And Rickey was skating around his words too, but he was humble. You feel what I'm saying? And he ain't come across disrespectful either, but I'll digress and I'll let you decide for yourself. Let's ride.
All right, y'all, Rick's Smiley Morning Show. Hey, listen, first of all, good morning, and thank y'all for this. Thank y'all for this opportunity, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Let's just get into this. The whole internet going crazy. Comments that Katt Williams made. Whatever, I can't speak on behalf of the other comedians, but the only thing I can speak for is myself. Katt made some comments on Shannon Sharp's show about when I was on Shannon Sharp was telling him the story of some of the behind the scenes from Friday After Next. Let's start with that. When I went out there, let's just go back. In 2000, I was the host of BET Comic View and in the season 2004. I also worked on this show called Live from LA. That was my first job with BET, and that's where I met Ice Cube, if I'm not mistaken. And Ice Cube was like, man, hey, man, I like your work. I want to do some stuff with you. I want to put you in some movies. And Ice Cube started putting me in movies, which really helped my career. I was in All About the Benjamins, but of course, when they changed the ending of it, that part didn't make any sense. But then he put me in Friday After Next. And just for clarification, I went out to audition for Friday After Next as Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is the honest God truth. I had no reason to go on there and.
Here we go with these ads.
Congrats, Carol. Now you're really going to have to get those new dentures.
Sorry, y'all, but I don't have premium, and I got enough subscriptions coming out of my account right now. Oh, man, what just happened? Here we go.
to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for. Was Money Mike, and I guess the producers, Cube, and everybody saw something different. And I think that Money Mike character, Special K, was going to come off as kind of like
just a guy who was hanging around in the strip mall who was just kind of being annoying and almost like a crackhead type of character that was
right. So I guess when Katt Williams did it, they added the whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision and made it funnier. Cause ain't no.
See, that's my thing. I think, you know, in listening to Katt and listening to Rickey Smiley right here, I think that Rickey actually maybe had read a certain set of lines that they had for him just for that character right there, that Money Mike character. But me just listening to Rickey Smiley, you know, paying attention to some of his stand-ups. I done went to see Rickey Smiley live before. I got nothing against none of these comedians, man. I think they all great in their own way. You see what I'm saying? Creators create, point blank, period. And no creator is the same, period. You see what I'm saying? I'm a creator myself. And I don't want to just, you know, bash anybody that has talent and that has put themselves in a position to be one of the greats. You see what I'm saying? When I say one of the greats, I mean, if we know these names as being household names, like a Cedric Entertainer, Rickey Smiley, all of them. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just give them their props. You see what I'm saying? The point blank period, because they don't work hard at their craft to put themselves in a position. Now, as far as Katt Williams feeling a certain type of way about them, I mean, I guess that's his prerogative because they are peers in their industry. You see what I'm saying? I'm not a peer in their industry. I have no room to criticize or bash anybody. You feel what I'm saying? But I say all that to say this. Ain't no way you could tell me Rickey Smiley could have pulled off the Money Mike like Katt Williams pulled off the Money Mike. Even in reading the lines and trying out for the part, ain't no way you could tell me they would have put Rickey Smiley in that character and casted him for Money Mike over Katt Williams. When Katt Williams would have walked in the door, you would have said to yourself, that's Money Mike. You see what I'm saying? But I digress.
Way in the hell I could have executed that role like that, and I'm glad that they made that decision and they put me in a Santa Claus role, which was actually perfect. So when I got back to LA, they said, hey, your role has changed. You're going to be the Santa Claus. And here's the Santa Claus suit. Put it on, and here's your lines. Sat in the trailer, went over the lines, went over my stuff with Cube, and the rest is history. Had no reason. I just want to clarify that. Had no reason to lie about that. As a matter of fact, my manager at the time, Gary Abdo, who is still one of my best friends, who also helped start my career, and he's the owner of the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Atlanta. We got him on the phone. Just to clarify, Gary Abdo, good morning.
Wait. This man called his manager? This man called the coach? Come on, Rickey, man. We don't need to hear from this man, Rickey. Rickey, what are you doing, bro? We did not need to hear from Abdo, whoever the manager name is, or what his name, I don't know. We didn't need to hear from him. We trust you. You were doing fine by yourself, bro. Point blank period, you were doing fine by yourself while you got to call the cosign, man. That means your credit ain't right, man. Anytime you need a cosign, everybody know what that means. You ain't got good credit. I'm just being honest with you. Think about it now. You should have handled this and tackled this on your own, Rickey. Come on now. Come on, Bama. Come on now, Rickey.
How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm good, man. Just for clarification, you know, you was my manager at the time. We went to LA together for the audition. Cube wanted to see us. What is your version?
Yeah, well, you know, we're old, and that was 23 years ago. So, our memories are what our memories are. You went out, you auditioned, they wanted you to play Money Mike. That was the sides that they had sent. The sides are the portion of the script for the part they want you to play. Those were the sides they sent. That was the audition you did. They said, great, we want you to play this role. My recollection is you had to go back and read for the execs from the studio one final time. And the night before that, we
Call your doorbell camera company.
There they go with that nonsense, man. Give me the skip button. One thing YouTube gonna do, they gonna advertise. If they don't do nothing else.
got different sides, and they said, no, we want you to play this role. And we didn't understand it. We really were under the impression, well, you had the role as Money Mike, but then all of a sudden they switched it up. Now we understand why. Katt came in, blew them away.
See, he's saying it. Katt came in, Katt blew him away. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that makes sense to me. Like, they probably didn't understand it at first, and that's probably what Rickey was saying. Like, he auditioned for the Money Mike role. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he probably did. I wasn't there. I don't know about y'all out there, but he probably did audition for the role. You feel me? But he just wasn't the guy for the role. You see what I'm saying? Like, think about it. If I got a role out there, and I got a comedic role that I need to be filled, and I know 6 comedians, and 3 of which I feel like can possibly pull this off, I'm going to invite all 3. You see what I'm saying? Now, I might go through 1 today, 2, well, I might go through 2 today, right? The 3rd one ain't got here yet. But out of the 2 that I have already seen, read the lines and act out the script or whatnot, I might tell one of them, you know what, you got that part, bro. But let's say the 3rd person come through and he just landed. I mean, he slams it. He hits it out the park. I'm going to make an adjustment. Just point blank period. Just straight up, like if we trying out for football, right? And I got my quarterback already here. And I'm like, okay, boom. With what I have on my roster right now, you going to be my quarterback. You're the guy. But tomorrow, I get a transfer that come in, and now I see him on the field running the same plays you running, and he out there looking like Mike Vick. I'm sorry, boss man. I'm going to have to back you up to my 2 quarterback. You're going to be the backup. Because this Michael Vick looking dude right here, he finna be my starter. That's just how I go. You see what I'm saying? Like, point blank period. And I guess what Rickey should have did was explain himself a little bit better on Club Shay Shay. You see what I'm saying? And he probably wouldn't have got the wrath that he got from Katt Williams. Because again, Katt Williams is just being a typical black man with an ego. I'm just keeping it a buck. He just saying like, hey, this ain't how it went. And then you got to look at everything that Katt Williams done been through over all these years. And now he got the green light to just go and just do what he do and say the things that he been wanting to say. And I think like Rickey, Smiley, Cedric the Entertainer, all these guys, I think they just are collateral damage at this point.
An incredible performer. That was probably one of the most iconic breakout parts in movie history. I mean, that was literally Katt's first movie. Friday was not Chris Tucker's first movie. Next Friday was not Mike Epps' first movie. For that to have been Katt Williams' first movie, and he exploded. I mean, that literally made him an iconic touring comedian, one of the biggest to do it in this generation. And, you know, the rest, as they say, was history. But yeah, absolutely, without a doubt, you were auditioning for Money Mike. We were told you had the role, and then that switched up overnight.
And I'm glad I ended up being the Santa Claus, because that role was iconic and not as funny as his. I like the pimp. I personally like the pimp better, but the Santa Claus role was just perfect for me. At the time, I was skinny and could run fast. So
hold on, Rick. It wasn't because you was skinny and you could run fast, bro. It wasn't like it was perfect for you. You just said you would have preferred the pimp role. You just wasn't better than Katt in that role. You see what I'm saying? Point blank, period. And I think with Katt giving out, you know, how Rickey possibly was acting on set, talking about some, man, they ain't gonna be able to see me. My folks ain't gonna know who I am, the bandana on my face. Cause think about it, bro. Like, if you really didn't know who Rickey Smiley was back then, you really wouldn't have knew that was Rickey Smiley. It wasn't like the Santa Claus just really had a real standout part in that movie. I mean, you remember the Santa Claus because it was comedic. You see what I'm saying? Like, it was the dope fiend crackhead. You see what I'm saying? Like, that was the Santa Claus, and we all got that in our hoods and whatnot. So we get it. And yeah, you fit that part better. I'm being honest with you, you do. But you can't sit here and downplay it and say like you didn't want that pimp role, bro. You tried out for the pimp role, bro. You see what I'm saying? I think that's what Katt getting at. Like, just keep it a buck. Don't be getting on these platforms and things and, you know, stretching the truth and making it far-fetched. You see what I'm saying? Just keep everything in perspective. You feel me? Because again, when you get out of perspective and you start stretching the truth, you can't be mad when somebody come behind you and check you. You feel what I'm saying?
And you could squeeze over that gate. So, yeah, that was the...
I just wanted to clarify that. And then there was no contract ever that... in agreement with the first Sunday movie, because that was a whole different production directed by who just directed my Netflix special, David E. Talbert, about me playing Bernice Jenkins. That's something that David called me personally. David and Lynn are fans and have been fans of my work for a long time, and it was like, we want you to play Bernice Jenkins, and you know, and here you go. And that's what happened. And I went out there and shot that in one day, me and Red Grant. And that was a lot of fun. Right. And it had nothing to do with Katt Williams' contract or whatever. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on, you stuttering too much, Rickey. Rickey, that's a lot of stuttering, boy. You trying to get your words together. You tiptoeing around it. You don't know what was in Katt Williams' contract, sir. You really don't. Like, that's just one of them things that's going to be like a Tootsie Roll pop. How many licks does it take to get to the center? The world may never know. We don't know what was in Katt's contract. You don't know this. You see what I'm saying? If them folk just wanted Katt Williams that bad, and he put it in their contract saying that you had to wear a dress, them folk probably, you don't know. You can speculate and say this. You see what I'm saying? Because your contract and his contract is something totally different, and that company would be in violation of HIPAA laws if they let you know what is in Katt Williams' contract. I'm an entrepreneur, sir. I can't see I can't see my colleagues' contract. We don't even supposed to be discussing salaries. You know how much trouble you can get in the corporate arena talking about other people's pay and how much they make. Man, I'm supposed to get rid of your... I'm trying not to cuss, but man, I'm supposed to get rid of you for that. Like, straight up. So you don't know what's in that man's contract. You can't sit here and say it wasn't nothing about this and nothing about that. I'm not saying it is in the contract. I'm not saying it ain't in the contract. I'm just saying that you don't know. You feel me? Because I know I ain't going to say for sure, but I know me. And I done been, you know, I've worked in the corporate arena in management and administration for long enough to understand that ain't nobody talking about they contract with the company, with their colleagues. Nobody. Point blank, they're not. They might speculate. They might get in circles and speculate with each other about, I wonder how much he making. I wonder, how many days they get, or how much paid time off they get, or what's the perks in they contract. You know what I mean? And they'll work agreement and things of that nature. But ain't nobody coming out and saying, hey man, them folks done gave me 20 paid days off, 2 paid vacation weeks. I'm getting paid $10,000 more than you. No, that ain't typical work site jargon. I'm sorry, but it's not. So you can't sit here and tell the world that wasn't nothing in that man's contract. Only thing you can say is wasn't nothing in the contract that they gave you to participate in this movie that said anything about you having to wear a dress. You see what I'm saying? But you don't know what was in Katt. In my opinion.
Like, I respect Katt. Definitely disappointed that you have to get on the air and explain something like this, but that's the truth, and I don't know what else to say. So,
first of all, you don't have to get on the air and explain nothing. You didn't have to get on here and do anything. Ain't nobody force you to say anything. Ain't nobody force you to come back and explain yourself. Ain't nobody force you to get back on your radio station. Well, this is your platform and address this. Because me personally, I'm the type of person that you can say whatever you want to about me. See what I'm saying? If I know it ain't true, why I ain't paying you no attention? I'm not even finna fan that fire. You got that? I'm not addressing it. For what? I know who I am. If I know I'm standing 10 toes on what I'm standing on, it is what it is. Haters gonna hate. Let them keep on doing what they do. But when they respond to it, it's something else.
There it is.
There's not much else to say. It's indisputable that Katt played that role, killed it, built an entire career out of that one role that all of us look at and go, wow, that's absolutely amazing. But it's also indisputable. You were auditioning for Money Mike. We were told you had the role. You just had to read one more time, and then that switched up.
And the crazy thing about it is we had a conversation when it came out. He said a lot of this 12 years ago, and we had a conversation because I was on 14th Street in Atlanta, right by the Four Seasons Hotel, and I was driving down the street with my granddad in the car, and I saw Katt Williams going across the street on 14th Street, and I said, Katt, what's up? Whatever. I just wanted to make sure we was good. He said, come over and have a cup of coffee with me because he was walking over to Starbucks, and I went over. And he went in there and got the coffee. We was chopping it up or whatever. Just didn't even really talk about the issue or whatever. I said, hey, man, I want you to come out and say hello to my granddad. My granddad is a fan. He came out to the truck. I'll never forget, I was in my Ford F-150, and I came out and spoke to my granddad. He hugged my granddad and wished him well. My granddad was like, keep doing what you're doing, young man. My granddad was living at the time. It was just me and my granddaddy in the truck. And we dapped it up, and that was it. I mean, that was it. And I thought that we were good. I didn't know that we had any issues, and if there are any issues or if there's anything that I've done, not only to Katt Williams, to anybody, I apologize, and I'm not perfect. I made mistakes, but I did. That's just the honest to God truth, and I did.
Now, y'all didn't have no issues at that time. The issue came when you went on Club Shay Shay, and you said what you said. That's what he's addressing. I don't think he got no issues with you. It's just a situational way is when you put my name in your mouth, put some respect on it. You feel what I'm saying? If you're going to tell a story, tell it correctly. Don't exaggerate it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what Katt is saying.
Audition for what I auditioned for, and I'm glad that the producers made that decision. And let me address
Damn, how many damn
Paying your bills on time.
ass they gonna give us? The video ain't nothing but 17 minutes, man. They done gave us how many commercials? Jeez.
All of the things with Gary, you can help me out with this because, you know, comedy greats like Flip Wilson played Geraldine, Richard Pryor played some roles on his show. Jamie Foxx.
That man said Gary. Is Gary with the T still on this man's show? Put it in the comment. If Gary with the T is still on this man's show, please leave it in the comments and tell me it is. Cause I knew he was finna talk about dressing up as a woman. When he said, Gary, you can help me out with this, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, bro, really? You gonna go to Gary with this? You know Gary gonna co-sign on that, man. Come on, bro. You can't go to Gary talking about some Gary, you can help me out with this, and you finna segue into talking about dressing up at Bernice Jenkins and what? Stop. Come on, Rick. Come on, Rick. Come on, Rick. Come on, man. I'm telling you, I see you running through an alley, and I see that red car on Boys in the Hood, and that man hanging out that window with a Katt Williams mask on. He lining you up, and you falling right for it. Man, come on. This man went to Gary talking about you can help me out with this. The cosign you dressing is a woman. But no, boy, come on, man. Come on, man.
Played Wanda. Martin played Shanae. I did Bernice Jenkins. Tyler Perry did. There's a lot of comics and a lot of comedy greats that did characters for the sake of funny, for entertainment, for the sake of the laugh. And it has nothing to do with nobody's comfortable in the role. Nobody wants to put on a damn dress or comfortable in it, you know. That has nothing to do with my manhood being lessened for trying to play a role and trying to put food on the table for my family. Because I grew.
It's a prop.
All right, so he just said he just became an oxymoron in this whole spiel right here. And an oxymoron is two things that just don't go together. Oil and water, that's an oxymoron. So he said that he put a dress on and he called out all these other comedians that done put a dress on and dressed up like a woman and said they did it for the sake of funny. But then he turned around and said he wasn't comfortable in it. Why did you do it then? Like, bro, I'm not finna do something uncomfortable that's going to make me... See, when he said ain't nobody feeling comfortable in it, then why do it? You feel what I'm saying? Like, why do it? Like, you know... And the thing is like, ain't nobody really attacking your manhood. That's not the point. The point is like, there's enough talented women out here, actors, a lot of them, multitudes of them, that can pull these roles off. We got folks I got older women in my neighborhood right now that can play the hell out of a character like Bernice Jenkins. What makes it so funny when a man do it? Wanda, Shanae, Big Mama, Medea. Like, bro, the whole aspect of this is a man dressing up as a woman. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not with that. I don't want to do that. Dave Chappelle said he ain't do it. They tried to, in Blue Streak, they tried to get Dave to do it. Came to his trailer with the script. He wasn't comfortable with it. You feel what I'm saying? They came back 10, 15 minutes later saying they done rewrote the script. No, you already had that as a backup, just in case this man said no. So that's letting me know that it's okay to say no, but how far are you willing to go just to get this chance for the sake of funny? See, I don't like that. You see what I'm saying? Because at the same time, what it does is, it's not the fact of we're calling you less than a man, but you're giving off the perception to the people, especially the younger men that's coming behind you and looking at this, saying that it's okay to do this. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I ain't knocking nobody. If your preference is your preference, you can do whatever you want to do. But the only thing I think we're saying is, in this aspect, if you're going to consider yourself a man's man, right? If you're going to stand on your manhood, it's certain things men just ain't gonna do. And dressing up as a woman for the sake of funny ain't one of them. That's trash. You see what I'm saying? Like, straight up, like, we think about it. So you trying to defend this, and you're trying to defend everybody else that did it, but you got a lot of them out here that ain't did that. You see what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it above. Like, it's comedians that I like right now that I consider men, like Alisa D. Alisa D, it'll shock the hell out of me if that man put on a dress. You feel what I'm saying? Right now, he in my top 5 stand-up comedians. You feel what I'm saying? Dave Chappelle, he ain't finna do that. I remember Kevin Hart said he wasn't gonna do it until they gave him the dress. And he did it. Saturday Night Live. And that hurt. That let me down. Like, come on, man. You got off your square for what? See, that's my thing about integrity. And then on top of that, if you want a man to dress as a woman, then go get somebody out the alphabet community to do it. You see what I'm saying? Just point blank period. Don't be over here with us talking about you stand like this and you a straight up man and I'm in my manhood and did that and third, and then turn around and do something that real men ain't gonna do. You feel me? Because now at that point, it's either one or two things. Either you in the closet or you lack integrity. Either you in the closet or you lack integrity. The lack of integrity that I'm talking about is you'll do whatever it takes to get that check. And bro, I can't co-sign that, bro.
It's nothing more than a prop. It's nothing more than a way to get a laugh. I mean, back in Shakespeare's time, there were no females playing females role. Every female role was played by a man. It's just part of an art form. It's part of what makes it funny. You bring the funny to it. I wish that I'm sure you remember. People don't know about this. The pilot that you shot for the King of the Comedy TV show, Bernice Jenkins had a whole sketch with Medea.
Yeah,
People
I did a
don't
sketch
even
with Medea, me, Earthquake, Tyler Perry, Niecy Nash. We did a thing called The Pew. It's supposed to be like The View, but it was a church-based version of The View, and it was just comedy great to see Bernice Jenkins, the character, and Medea. And I started off doing Bernice Jenkins doing prank phone calls on the Buck Wild Morning Show in Birmingham, which spinned into, hey, I think you should do a character. This would be a great character for this role. So we were all in our 30s, late 20s, doing what we had to do in order to be successful. Now that we
Stop right there. That's the part I'm talking about. He just said it. We was all in our 30s and we were doing what we had to do to be successful. Man, I remember when I was chasing my rap career or whatnot. And Lord, thank you for pumping the brakes on that. With the things that I know now, I know that world wasn't for me. I'm being honest with you. But I remember, and the label that I was signed with, they were like what it is it double A or single A, like the tier you get to right before you go to the show, right before you go to the major leagues, right? That was the type of label that they were. They were in development. They're developing artists, get them a good buzz. In the region that he in, he'll be a household name, and then they sell him off to the major labels. You see what I'm saying? And these guys used to always tell me, bro, you got to be able to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. And in my head, I'm like, what you mean, whatever it takes, bro? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving you my all in what I feel like whatever it takes. So how much more of what it takes are you asking? You see what I'm saying? And it made me uncomfortable. Like, whatever it takes. Like, bro, I got morals. I got standards. I got limits. There's certain things that I'm just not going to do. And, just due to financial reasons and, my life here going in one way and what they wanted me to do in pursuing my dream was going another way, I said, forget the dream. I'm a man. I got to take care of my family. And that's what I did. So I eventually quit. And I quit. They say they dropped me. I don't care. Apples and oranges or 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other one. Call it what you want. But I ain't doing this no more. I'm finna focus on what's really important, and that's my family. Best decision I ever made. But that's the thing. I'm not going to do something that's going to compromise me and my integrity just for the sake of making it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I got to sleep with myself at night, bro. I'm a man. I'm the preacher's grandson, man. I'm Marilyn's boy. I'm Lenora grandbaby. I ain't finna go like, no. Just for the sake of making it. He just told you right then, when they was in their 30s and they was doing what they had to do to be successful. See, success is a tricky thing. You, as a person, define success. Don't let nobody else define success for you. Being a multi-million-dollar person don't mean you successful. You can be miserable every day. You can be a walking piece of crap every single day with millions of dollars. And you won't be considered successful in your head because you know what you had to do in order to get there. So not everything's material. Like with me, I'm not rich. I'm not broke. But I ain't rich either. Materialistic wise or money wise, I'm all right. Now, when it comes to what I have around me and family and friends and what I have built as far as my empire, yeah, I'm rich. I'm rich in all that. I got a lot of love around me. I got a lot of people that love me for who I am. And I did not have to compromise my moral integrity to obtain these things. You see what I'm saying? That's the big difference. So I'm going to tell you again, like I said on the last video, I don't care how much money they offering you, bruh, do not compromise your integrity. Because you can hear it in this voice. When you got to come back and you got to try to clean it up and explain it, call your handler, this jaywalker, and have him come on out with you and help you clean this up. Bro, you in bad shape, bro. You can't, I'm being honest with you, you in bad shape, bro.
We are older. I'm comfortable in my job in radio. I'm comfortable in the roles that I get and the things that I get to do. And I just finished a phenomenal comedy special. So the statement about Rickey Smiley is not funny. I've been sold out since 97.
That part.
Every single show I have done since 97, maybe not big arenas, but I pack up those theaters and have to add shows and comedy clubs in between radio and all of that and raising a family I'm comfortable with. What makes me sad, I don't like the way that made my kids feel. And that's why I'm not going to, go after him because he has kids and family members and nieces and nephews also. And it hurts our family members and people that do love us when we say hurtful things about each other. So,
see, I agree with that. Like, that's why I'm not trying to bash him or anything like that, because to each his own. You a grown man, you're going to do what you feel like you got to do. Like I said, when you define your level of success and what you're trying to do in the world, you feel what I'm saying? So I don't knock that. And I think that we have to be careful, especially moving forward as a collective, as a community, as a unit, as far as how we attack. You see what I'm saying? Now, I ain't even going to say how we attack. we got to be careful not to attack. However, if you put yourself in a position to allow people to attack you, they're going to attack you. Period. You see what I'm saying? If you do that, they going to shoot. People are always going to shoot their shot when they got an open shot. Period. So you have to try to live your life in a way to where you're bulletproof almost, to where you're not allowing people to take a shot at you. They don't have no openings to come at you with. You see what I'm saying? They can't do nothing but make up stuff about you or just don't like you just because. You see what I'm saying? See, that's how I try to live. You know, I try to live my life to a point to where I don't give anybody no ammunition to shoot at me. I'm not giving you fuel to flame your fire against me. Therefore, when I interact with you, I'm going to try to do things in the most upright way possible. Period. If I'm out here and I'm putting myself in a public space, I'm going to try to be the best version of myself as possible. You see what I'm saying? Like right now, yeah, I got a t-shirt on, I got a beanie on. I'm at home, man. I'm in the back in my man cave. I'm comfortable. You see what I'm saying? Like I ain't trying to put on for y'all and be the best dressed person on this camera and this, that, and the third. For what? I'm comfortable with me. I know what I got. I know how my family living. We good. You see what I'm saying? However, what I ain't finna do is get on here and act a plum fool and embarrass myself, which is going to embarrass my people. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel what Rickey Smiley is saying, but now we're getting to a point to where you chose to put that dress on, bro. Ain't nobody forced you to do that. You did that. So now you sitting up here and you feeling a certain type of way because now your kids got to deal with the repercussions of you putting that dress on. Now, again, I'm not knocking it. I'm just telling you this how the world go. And Lord forbid, you know, somebody come shooting at me because I get out here and I do something sideways and I show my natural black behind. And now I gotta walk this back and apologize to my family for putting them in a position to where they're embarrassed and it's hurtful and this, that, and the third. So I get where he's coming from. However, moving forward, community, we have to be careful of the positions that we put ourselves in because the stuff you go through, it just don't affect you. It affects everybody around you.
So we want to wish Katt Williams the best. Whatever, it ain't nothing but love over here just because we don't agree. Arnez J and I had beef for about 20 years, and I end up sitting next to him on a plane. And when I saw him, I couldn't do nothing but grab him and hug him. And we text each other all day on Christmas Day. It feels like we trying to make up for lost time. Two talented people that actually love each other. And Special K, Katt Williams got some comedy dates coming up. He's going to be in Birmingham. Katt Williams is coming to Huntsville. I want y'all to go out and support him. I want y'all to pack those damn theaters and show nothing but unconditional love to him and to any comic that come into our space, you know, Birmingham, Huntsville. That's like my area or whatever, where I grew up or whatever. K, you got the dates?
Yeah, you got
Birmingham, stand up. Rocket City, stand up. Yo. Bama in the house, baby. Yeah, I'm going to try to make that Birmingham show for Katt. I ain't going to sit here and lie. You know, I think he called it the Dark Matter Tour. I'm gonna try to be up there for that. You feel me? Like, you know, salute to Rickey Smiley, man. You know, again, like, I'm not knocking nobody for the choices that they made and the decisions that they chose to, you know, make. It is what it is. You know, I just use these sound bites and these clips for clarity. Because I believe in teachable moments. Period. I wouldn't have made some of the decisions that he made. Now, some of the decisions that he made leading up to this is how we got here. That is exactly how we got here. You know, the thing, you know, putting on the dress, whatever happened on the set with next Friday, the interview with Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay, all of that. You know what I mean? And it sounds like right now, you know, Rickey Smiley is just basically trying to cop deuces. For real. That's what it sounds like. He trying to cop deuces, saying, man, I don't want no problem, man. Just chill, bro. Chill. You got me on the radio trying to explain all this because you done broke the internet, and I really don't have fuel to come back and say that you lying and this, that, and the third. Think about it now. You done heard said? You done heard Rick. Ain't nobody said he lying about nothing. Even Kevin Hart with his little Instagram post or tweet that he put out there, the only thing that he trying to do, I think he told Katt that he got to get that hate out of his heart, and then he used that opportunity to promote his new movie that he got on Netflix. You see what I'm saying? Which is smart. I mean, if you're gonna get hit with negative energy, transmute it to some positive energy on your end. I like that. You see what I'm saying? It ain't worth addressing this, that, and the third. However, ain't nobody hit back yet and said this man lying. You see what I'm saying? And that's my thing. Nobody hit back yet and said this man lying. Everybody, they're very, very cautious on how they're responding to this. You see what I'm saying? So I think at this point, you know, like, again, I ain't got no problem with Rickey Smiley. You know, he from the same state I'm from. It's Alabama. You know what I mean? Point blank, period. And I rock with Rick. I'm just calling spades. When you do certain things, you got to always understand that whatever in the dark gonna come back to the light. You feel what I'm saying? What goes around comes around. We live in a karmic system. People be talking about well, karma don't exist unless you believe in it. No, it exists. If I throw a frisbee, that frisbee gonna spin from this side to this side to this side to this side. Point blank, period. And last time I checked, the sun go around. They say the world spin. But so if I do something here, it's gonna go around the bowl and it's gonna come back to me here. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to be careful about the energy that you put into the universe. Because at some point, you got to answer for it. Trust me, I know. I done did enough dirt out here, and I done ate it all, bro. I'm talking about for real. I done had to eat so much crow, have so much bad luck because I put bad juju and bad energy into the universe, doing nonsense. And so now the nonsense got to come back to me. You feel what I'm saying? And I just think that this is one of them situations. And with Katt, like I said, it ain't no coincidence he started this at the beginning of the year. There is no coincidence that he did that. He know what's up. It's 2024. This is an 8th year. 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 2024 equals 8. It's an 8 year. And if you write a number 8, that is a karmic number. We are in a new cycle. Truth has to be revealed. You can't heal what you don't reveal. You can go to the doctor all you want to, but if you don't tell the doctor exactly what's wrong with you, ain't no way he gonna be able to diagnose you and prescribe something to help you out of your ailments. Period. Just like it worked with us, that's how it works in the universe. That's how it works on Earth. All right. Now, I'm going to leave it right there with Rickey Smiley because, you know, he's just going to continue to, you know, be on the same spiel that he's on, this, that, and the third. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But I ran across a video with Cube. Now, listen, Katt Williams broke the internet so bad that Cube had to come out and put some clarity to what Katt was saying. And we all know how Cube can be. You feel what I'm saying? But Katt got Cube even tippy-toeing around this and trying to fight for the right words to say so he don't offend nobody. Like, man, Katt Williams did something this year that I don't think that I really don't think we're gonna have another viral moment from any other celebrity that's gonna top that at this moment. Unless it's it got to be some big news. The way Katt kicked off 2024, gonna be a long year, y'all. If you ain't on the right side of the fence, it's gonna be hey bro, it's gonna be a lot that come out this year. I am a firm believer. But Cube had to come behind it and say his spiel as far as what they were doing with the movie. You feel what I'm saying? Now, shouts out to Cube. Cube's one of my favorite, artists out here. I think Cube keep it a buck. You feel what I'm saying? As much as he possibly can. I think Cube keep it a buck. So it ain't no bash on Cube. It's just I find it funny, like, he got to come out here and try to clear some things up. Because the way Katt put it out there, man, like they say the only way you can make an omelet is to break a couple of eggs. And Katt broke the whole damn dozen. I'm being honest, it's a big ass omelet, cuz. So I understand where Cube coming from, like, man, let me get out here and get in front of this. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell in his conversation that he don't have no ill will. He don't have no ill will towards Katt. You feel what I'm saying? I think that he just know that was his movie. He produced it. He was responsible for, when you're an executive producer, everything that fall up under the executive producer, you're responsible for, from directing to producing to casting to scripts, all that. So it's only right that he get out here and he say certain things. You see what I'm saying? And, again, I think that Rickey Smiley is ultimately a solid dude. You see what I'm saying? I don't have no ill will toward Rickey Smiley either. And I think that that's how Cube is actually feeling as well. Like, you're a good dude. He just got caught in the crossfire, collateral damage. You see what I'm saying? And when you look at Katt, we all understand how Katt Williams is. He say what he say. You get hit. And like Drago in Rocky IV, when Apollo hit the ground and they asked him, like, how you feel? How you feel about, what you just did? If he dies, he dies. That's Katt Williams right now. Katt hit them folks like Drago on that interview, bro. Like, straight up. So with that being said, man, let me digress and let's see what the big dog Ice Cube has to say. Before I go any further, man, let me give a shout out to Chig Smooth. Let me give a shout out to HBCU Pulse and give a shout out to Nap King Cole Jr. for this is where I got these clips from. You know what I'm saying? I just did a little internet surfing. That's where I got these clips from. Appreciate y'all for doing a great job and reporting the news, bro. I'm just here to diagnose it and react to it. So salute to y'all. Shoot on over there again. That's Nap King Cole Jr. Shoot to his page, subscribe to it. Chig Smooth, shoot to his page and subscribe to that. HBCU Post, shoot over there and give them a subscribe, man. Because they're the ones that came up with these clips, and I appreciate y'all. Without further ado, let's get in the queue.
What's cracking? It's your homie Ice Cube. Just wanted to address a few things. Everybody been checking out the internet. My man Katt Williams. First of all, I just want to say, we shot that movie over 20 years ago. So, people have different perspectives, and it's been a long time. I also want to say, every comedian that I've worked with, every comedian that I've put in a movie, I only put them in the movie because I thought they was funny. I thought they was perfect for the part. I tried to put them in a position to win. That's what it's all about, I look at from, Chris Tucker and Bernie Mac and Mike Epps, Katt Williams, Rickey Smiley, Michael Blackson, Cedric, Kevin Hart. All these guys I know are funny as hell. They.
Hey man, that's gangster though. Everybody that was in that conversation on the Club Shay Shay interview with Katt Williams, Q just named them all pretty much, and he don't work with them all, man. Shouts out to Q, man. Q be putting folks on, man. Like, it's a lot of these guys, we wouldn't even know them if it wasn't for Q. You gotta give Cube big props, bro. Like, he one of them. Like, Cube actually gave a lot of people the jump start into being the celebrity that we know them as today. And that's what I salute for. You know what I mean? Like, straight up. Cube always been different. Honestly though, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I wasn't the biggest Ice Cube fan as a rapper. I'm just keeping it a buck. Like, I wasn't. I liked Today Was a Good Day, you know what I mean? But that was almost about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. Like, when they had the West Side Connection, I like, to bow down. But I just wasn't a real big Ice Cube fan as a rapper. And it's not that he was a terrible rapper or anything. It just wasn't my flavor. You see what I'm saying? Like, straight up. I like West Coast rap. I like rap from everywhere, but I just wasn't a big Ice Cube fan like that in rapping. Now, in movies, I think he's brilliant. I think Ice Cube is one of the most brilliant minds in movies. And I think that when it comes to his movies and the way he casts himself in the movie, I think he's one of the most prolific actors in his movies. Because the character that he creates is perfect for him to be that cast member that portrays that character. You feel what I'm saying? So, shouts out to Q, man. If you see the Q, no disrespect, man. Listen, bro, you done accomplished way more than I done accomplished in this world when it comes to the creative aspect of it. So I ain't knocking it. I'm just telling you from, my perspective. Like, not saying I was against you. I done rode to you. I done listened to you. I bobbed my head to you. But it just was the fact that I just wasn't the biggest Cube fan when it come to rapping. Even though you one of the greatest, bro, I got to give you your props. You are an innovator. You are a trailblazer when it comes to our community as far as being a creator. You know what I'm saying? So there's no disrespect. I just wanted to throw that out, though.
I didn't discover them. They were doing their stand-up or doing their thing, and I knew that they were great and that they could act, and that if I have an opportunity, I was gonna give them an opportunity. To me, that's what it's all about. As far as specific things, Katt was 100 on a few things. Most of what he was saying, a couple things, I just want to clarify. When we bring in a new...
Hey, before he go, though, he did say Katt, look, how he said it now, he said Katt was, 100 on a few things. And he came back and said on most of the things he was saying. You feel what I'm saying? You got to catch the lingo. He was keeping it a buck. He was like, Katt was keeping it 100, basically. That's what he was saying. So now he got to clear it up because he don't want nobody to feel like, they thrown up under the bus. So Cube just coming back behind them to try to clean it up, to be like, God damn, Katt, why you had to do it like that, man? Now you put me out here. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody done been put in that position before. Like, somebody done said something, you agree with them 100, but it's like, damn, man, you put me on the spot. Now I gotta come out here and say something to try to clean up what you said, but behind closed doors, boy, you kept it a buck now. You kept it a bean. I salute. You see what I'm saying? But damn, but next time, man, you see what I'm saying? Everybody done been in that position before now. Put it in the comment, y'all. You know everybody done been in that position, man. And like the video, man. Subscribe to the channel, bro. We doing big things for 2024.
Comedian. We do have them try out for different roles. So Rickey did give Money Mike a shot. But when we saw him and, we kind of saw how he moved and how he was, auditioning, we decided that he would be a better, Santa Claus.
Did I not just say that?
Perfect casting. When we saw Mike, damn, I call him Money Mike. When we saw Katt, when I saw him, I just knew that he was perfect for Money Mike.
Did I not just say that? Did I not just say that? I said that, didn't it, man? I said it. Rickey Smiley went in there like he said, and he shot it. He shot his shot for the Money Mike part. You feel what I'm saying? Point blank, period. And he had it. But when Katt Williams came in there, they already knew, oh, no, that's Money Mike right there, man. Go on and give that damn Santa Claus position, that Santa Claus character to Rickey. His audition was good for that. But Katt gonna be our Money Mike.
Katt, said he wrote his role, which, the role was written, but he enhanced it. This is why Katt was so dope in the movie. Money Mike had a small role, about as big as the Santa Claus role, but when we start filming, he was giving us such magic that we kept expanding his role, giving him.
Hold on. Now, Q co-signing with Katt now. It sound more like what Katt was saying. You feel what I'm saying? When Katt talking about them my lines. So what lines you had, this, that, and the third. Because again, when you understand improv, and you understand, like, you reading the script might say, hey, man, how are you doing? But when you come in there and you like, what's up, player? What it do? Did that in the third. You see what I'm saying? Like, you improv and not, and it's like, oh, you got the flavor for this. You see what I'm saying? And then you're so charismatic in this position or in this role, it's like, damn, let's give them some more shots. Let's give them a couple more lines. Let's give them a couple more drops here. Let's include this. Let's include that. That's what Katt was saying. Cube saying the same thing. Cube just being a little bit more careful and articulating it in a more professional sense right now than what Katt was saying on Club Shay Shay. Rickey did it too. Rickey was saying the same thing too. He was being humble and he was being modest on his response in trying to clean it up. But now Cube is making everything come together.
More to do because he was on point. When we shoot these movies, for one, the scripts are fire, or they wouldn't even do it. The scripts are laugh out funny. But we shoot the script, but once we get what we need from the script, we let the comedians ad-lib, riff, play with the words, do their thing. We give them a take where they can, or 2, 3 takes where they can go off and do what they feel. Sometimes it makes the movie, sometimes it don't. When somebody gives you jewels, you want to try to make sure that makes the movie. So in the movie, there's second thing I want to clear up. I would never shoot a rape scene in a movie, especially like Friday, where you actually see this happening on camera. That ain't my style. If you check out any of my movies, they not raunchy.
No, Q.
You know, we did a movie called Players Club where the subject matter was a little raunchy, but for the most part, even that, we left it to your imagination. So,
hold on, Q. Hold on, Q. Hold on. When Lisa Ray's sister got beat up in Player Club, it was left up to our imagination because you ain't put it on camera, but we all know what happened to that girl. If you seen the movie, they might ain't have a scene, but it was insinuating so much in the scenes that they did show that we know what happened. Just like in next Friday, when Damon went in that bathroom with Money Mike, we all know what was supposed to come down. We all know what was supposed to happen. It was portrayed in a way. Now, if you, I agree with you on this. That you weren't going to show Katt or Rickey or whoever would been in that position getting buck broke in the movie. We weren't gonna see that on the scene. But the insinuation was enough. You see what I'm saying? Point blank period. Now, the way Money Mike came out of though, that was the gangster part. And I gotta lean more to Katt on that. Cause I think that he sold that part. Like I ain't going out like that. You see what I'm saying? Like he came out like a G. The little old bitty dude that's supposed to be getting taken advantage of came out of that situation as the OG. You see what I'm saying? I think that was the creative spark of Katt Williams being the actor and showing us that on film versus what was wrote. That's just my opinion. Leave it in the comments. Tell me what you think.
the only reason that kind of stuff is in the movie is because you have three villains in Friday After Next. You have Santa Claus stealing presents. You have Damon, just got out of prison, sweating. Craig and Day for the rent money. And then you have Money Mike, a pimp that treats his woman, like a property. So Craig is always fighting the villains in the movie, from the Joker brothers to Debo. And so we already had Craig fighting Santa Claus. And the only real way to get rid of the other two villains was to have them go against each other. And the plier joke was always in the script, was never, we would never ever show that, that's not my style if you look at any of my movies. So, that was never a discussion, we, at that point in everybody's career, we would listen to a certain extent, but we wasn't gonna change the movie for any actor. We do what we feel, and if it was a rape scene, it would have been in the movie. It was no reason not to shoot it.
Hold on, man. See, again, bro, that's another oxymoron statement. You said first that you wouldn't do a rape scene. You don't like, you wouldn't have showed that ain't your style or whatnot. Now you saying that, well, if it was a rape scene that we would have had in there and we wrote it, we weren't going to change it up because of an actor. We would have just did the rape scene. Like, which one it going to be, bro? For real now, you can't say what you said 5 minutes ago and then come back and say this. Nah. We wasn't changing up for no actor. And if it was a rape scene, it was just gonna be in there. No, bro, come on now. Come on, let's keep it a bean, Q. I rocks with you, Q. I ain't coming against you, Q. I'm just saying, when we talking, we gotta keep the continuance in proper order. Gotta remember what you said 5 minutes ago. When you just talking at random, because you got folks like me that listen And I'm trying to put everything together and articulate my own opinion. And I just got to keep it a bean when I'm speaking on it. Like, come on, bro.
But that's not my style. I don't even like that kind of shit in movies, on camera. And so, that was, to me, a little discrepancy there. Katt, he wrote a lot of his part because, like I said, he was giving us jewels, so we were keeping the camera rolling. He was coming off the dome. He was coming prepared every day to steal the show. That was his mission. And, that's what he did, with the movie. And it launched his career, And I'm proud of the movie. I'm proud of all the guys who've, come through, a Q Vision production and went on to do bigger and better things. And look, a lot of people are talking about pay and how much they was paid on these movies that were extremely low budget. Most of these guys work a couple of days, and when you're doing a movie, there's over 100 people working on the movie that need to get paid. Most of them got to get paid every day. And there's pre-production and post-production. Even after you finish with the actors, you got to pay editors and sound people. And my movies are all about quality, so most of the money go up on the screen. I'm not giving you no bullshit. I'm not giving you no low budget, shit you can laugh at because it's so cheap. So, we try to put all the money on the screen. And so any actor that's mad at what they got paid, just look at what you was doing. Look at where your career was at the time. Take a look at where it is now. And Friday has something to do with that, I believe. And I put a lot of people in movies, but they ain't never put me in a movie. So you could take that for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? I've given a lot of these guys opportunities. And I still act, so I'm waiting for a call. I ain't got to produce everything or write everything. I got love for all the comedians that I've worked with. Got, much love for Katt. He spoke up for me a lot. And I just wanted to be clear and clarify some things. And shit, man. I hope y'all have a good 2024. Yeah.
KNQ, I rocks with you. I rocks with you, Q. I feel you. Like, at this point, I think that, ultimately, with Q's response, he wanted to clarify because, it was he didn't want to offend Rickey Smiley. He didn't want to offend Katt. But he said Katt was keeping it a bean pretty much in what he was saying. See what I'm saying? It was just certain things that he did want to clarify. He didn't want to make it seem like it was a rape. Q was okay with the rape scene. I'm sorry with the R word. I'm sorry, YouTube. Don't hit me across my head too much. But that R word, Q wanted to make it seem like, I wasn't gonna do that anyway. But Katt had already said it. You feel what I'm saying? So he got to come on clarify that. And, he got a relationship with Rickey Smiley, and he don't want to make it seem like, he did Rickey Smiley bad by recasting that Money Mike character. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that, ultimately in Cube's favor, that was the right thing to do. You see what I'm saying? In his position, being the executive producer, that was the right thing to do. Also, I agree with what he said as far as the pay and things of that nature, because again, if it wasn't for Friday, a lot of those folks that we're talking about right now, we wouldn't even know these people, man. Like, straight up. I mean, Cube has really launched careers for a lot of these comedians and actors that we know. see what I'm saying? Because that Friday series was a once in a generational series. You feel what I'm saying? Like it really defined our culture cinematically. And you gotta give Cube props for that. Period. And you know, I just think that to sum everything up, the responses that we heard from Katt Williams' interview with Shannon Sharp almost confirms. I'm talking about like pretty much confirms. I'm talking like without a doubt confirms that what Katt Williams was saying was pretty much spot on. Nobody came out and said he was lying yet. Nobody came out trying to deny what he was saying. Nobody came out with a different narrative. Only thing we have from all the responses that we got is explanations. It's just like when you get caught doing something that you know you don't supposed to be, you know you don't supposed to be doing. It's like, hold on. Let me explain. You ain't saying that you ain't do it. You like, man, let me explain. Let me tell you why I did. Let me tell you what's going on from my perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I get out of this. But you know, I'm just one person. Again, we entertain thoughts over here without accepting them. You might not agree with me. If you don't agree with me, put it in the comments. I want to hear what you're thinking, period. Put it in the comments. Let me know. So we done reached the end of the show for the night, man. I appreciate you if you done made it this far. Hopefully it was entertaining. Hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully we can take these moments that we create here in 2024 and we can use them for the positivity of trying to move humanity forward. All right. Like I said, Katt Williams, he really set the pace. He really set the tone for 2024. But tell me what you think about the responses, man. How you feel? How you feel about Sid the Entertainer and his response? How you feel about Rickey Smiley and his response? What you think about what Ice Cube had to say? Leave it in the comments, man. Until we meet again, good people, be safe, be productive, and be blessed. And remember, just think sometimes. You ain't got to accept the thought, but just think about it. I'm your host, Keith Daniel. It's been good people. Peace.